Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5-6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he call it.
Hey y'all, how y'all been? What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, Perfectly Kiki. Y'all, so I just watched Wednesday on Netflix, and I give it a A-. It was just so good, y'all. So Wednesday, for y'all who don't know, I'm sure you do, Wednesday is from the Addams Family, and Netflix, what they did was they put a little spin on it and made a show Baked I'm about to say based and focused focused on like Wednesday and her life and how it is. So she was like a little older, so not in middle school but like in high school. So anyway, but Wednesday, basically she in regular school, y'all, and she get in trouble, which I love that. I said, dang, I say Wednesday, I take ownership. She gotta be a Scorpio. She has got to be a Scorpio. We gonna go ahead and throw her in that that zodiac, that category. Cause y'all, in the very beginning, it's so funny. Like somebody was bullying, these boys was bullying her little brother, Pugsley. And they was on the swim team, y'all. Oh, spoiler alert. And they was on the swim team, and y'all, she put piranhas in the freaking pool. Dude all messed up. I can't remember. It bit his private parts or something like that. I can't remember. But y'all, she was like, no. And it just made me laugh. Like, that was like the first 30 seconds of the show, y'all. It's funny. But anyway, after that, Wednesday, she her parents put her into Nevermore, which is a school they went to when they were her age. So we go to Nevermore, and it's like dark, jury. Y'all, the show directed by Tim Burton. I saw it looked like he did like 4 episodes, not the whole season. But it's good. Like when I already saw that it was like by Tim Burton, I'm like, okay, this gonna be, cause y'all, scary stuff, I be like, ooh, I don't know. And even some of his kid stuff, I be like parts of that show, I literally was like, cause I'm like, I know something to happen, something to jump out. I'm gonna be jumping all in the bed and stuff. But anyway, y'all, I forgot what it was. So it's a school for outcasts. Nevermore is a school for outcasts. And like it have vampires, sirens, werewolves, like gargoyles, whatever it's called. I think gargoyles, the people who, like, if you look at them, you turn into stone. And when it first started showing the school, I'm like, dang, I'ma like this show, because it was putting me in like a Harry Potter mode. Like I loved Harry Potter, and it put me into that because it had like it had sirens. It put like the different little groups or whatever at the school. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this. So anyway, y'all, Wednesday, she like, you know, her personality, I don't want to say like she emotionless, but she had like her little sadistic, cruel ways. But then she had her little warmth, like how she was like, nobody finna bother my brother except for me. And she like stand up for the like underdogs, like the outcast of the outcast. She be like, we gotta stick together, because like she okay with being isolated, being alone. Like she likes to be alone. But anyway, to kind of talk about the characters in the show, like she have a roommate named Enid, and Enid is a werewolf, but she hasn't wolfed out yet. So she's still like basically the way they explain it in the show is wolves have to, like, I guess, I don't want to say like through puberty, but it's like a stage when they like a teenager where they wolf out, so they like normal until they get to that stage. And it's cute because Enid, she like the bright, bubbly, preppy. She always like optimistic and happy. Like she like the cheerleader personality. And we all know Wednesday is the outcast, the, you know, to the side, the goth girl. So it's like they come from two separate worlds. So that's her roommate. So she come in there like, hey, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And Wednesday like, girl, calm down. Don't hug me. Don't touch me. Be on your side. And the girl was like, I'm going to be your friend anyway. Which I like that about Enid. Enid was like, nah, boo, you're not finna get me down. I'm finna be your friend anyway. I'm gonna hug you through it. And, oh, so since she away, and which is so funny because Wednesday, like you could tell she like being different. She don't want to fit in the crowd. She don't want to do what everybody doing. She don't want to think like everybody else thinking. So y'all, tell me why she don't want to be like them so bad. Like she really is different, but she don't have a cell phone, y'all. Mind you, the show is in current time. It's in current time. So she don't have a cell phone. She like, I don't believe in phones. And so like when her parents call her, they call her off a crystal ball. Like, ding, ding, hey, y'all. It's literally like a crystal ball, y'all. The girl don't have a cell phone. Which I thought was just, that was just too funny. And so it's also like some of the characters. So I ain't like her at first. Her name Bianca, which Bianca is like Wednesday. They opposite, but she a siren, y'all. But she like a powerful, strong, and she black. What I did like about her was I said, okay, team dark skin. They got a dark skin black female in here. No, not a light skin. She a dark skin, bald headed girl, which is like, okay. And she just as smart. Like she a perfectionist. She good in all the stuff, just like Wednesday. But what I didn't like was they gave her like the Regina George mean girl aspect. Which I'm like, damn, why she gotta be mean? Why she gotta be like, oh, why she gotta be the bitch? But anyway, so basically it showed like Bianca like the Regina George, so she like nasty. Like they have her like nasty, like mean to people. And so in the beginning, her and Wednesday like really bumping heads. Like Wednesday basically have to show her like, I ain't the one. Try again. Nope, I ain't the one to play with. You not finna play with me like that because I'm new. I'm finna show you. So it's like, it showed them like dueling, like they fencing against each other. And y'all, Wednesday like challenged the girl to a duel in like fencing class, which I think they was like in a gym. And she was like, oh, why don't we take this gear off? Why don't we like, Wednesday very competitive. She's so competitive. And y'all, since we talking about characters and everything, another reason why they was beefing too was because Bianca was dating this dude named Xavier. And Xavier, like, a lot of them have money in the story, Nevermore anyway. They come from families with money. So she like have a crush. Well, they was dating and then they broke up, but nobody knew why they broke up in the beginning. And the dude apparently met Wednesday, like they families knew each other. He say he saved her back in the day from something. Oh no, she saved him. But anyway, he basically started crushing on Wednesday. It's like Wednesday had a lot of options, y'all. Like all these dudes, like all the little white dudes in the show liked Wednesday. Yeah, she pretty, but she like a gothic outcast, and she basically treated some of the dudes like crap. With Xavier, she really was like, she was just like, nah, I don't like you. And the worse she treated him, the more he was like paying out the mouthful, like, hey. So, but Xavier, like his family, his dad, I can't remember what he was like a psychic or something, but he was like famous. He was really like famous. And Xavier have like a unique power. Like he have dreams, but in the dreams it's like they're really vivid, and he's an artist, so he can draw, and things that he draw come to life. And even when he like his power is different, and it's really like neat. Bianca, the girl who he was dating, the black girl, she is siren, so she could like command men, which I think it may be people, but right now I'm gonna just say men for season 1, to do whatever she tell them what to do, whatever she say. And while Wednesday like out and about, because basically they call humans normies, and they call the outcasts. So they in this town called Jericho. So I like when they do go out to school, they're like, oh, we into these normies, yada yada yada. Wednesday go to this coffee shop, and she meets somebody named Tyler. He a boy who work at the coffee shop. And Tyler, there's somebody else who like Wednesday. His dad, the sheriff. And he basically like, oh, you was like an average, nice country bumpkin. I ain't gonna even say country bumpkin, because it don't seem, well, it's a small town, y'all. It's a small town. But anyway, he a normie or whatever. And Xavier all like, hey, he set me up. Like he did something with his painting or something. Like it was this group of kids who were like the normie kids, and they were just, y'all, they was really, really cruel. Like Wednesday beat them up in like the first or second episode. I want to say the first episode. Y'all, why in the next episode, these teenage boys, they saw her and they came with pipes and everything. Y'all, that pissed me off. That pissed me off when I saw that in the show. Y'all, like, they had pipes. Like, girl, we ready for you. It was like 3 or 4 of them. I'm like, dang, y'all gotta have pipes. Like, they came like they was fighting for their life with pipes for one female, and she ain't even grown. I'm like, dang. And she basically beat the ringleader up again. And y'all, oh, and that's another thing. Wednesday go to town once a week because I guess she court ordered to see a therapist, Dr. Kimball. Y'all, I know this is just a show, and when I'm in a show, I'm like, and I like it, I be like really invested. You'll be like, girl, this ain't real, and I be like, yes, it is when I'm watching it. So the lady, the therapist, Dr. Kimball, she is and I want to look up her name. Sorry, y'all, because I forgot her name, like the real actress who plays her. The real actress, Ricky Lindholm, who plays her. But anyway, as a therapist, I was like, dang, she like violating HIPAA. Like, you don't need to let nobody know. Nobody need to know that that's your patient. Or I see you in session. And like, she's saying it in front of people. I'm like, bruh, that's a HIPAA violation. Like, how you gonna put on blast that girl seeing you? And you just pop. And another thing, you need to, that's something you discussed in session, like before. You don't like, hey, if I see you, I can act like I don't know you. Like, you just walking up to the girl, that might be embarrassing. She might not want people to know that she having sessions. Like, dang. And then another thing that I didn't like, y'all, that's later on in the season, quick side note, was when Wednesday confronted her, because y'all, Wednesday thinks she Nancy Drew. When I was watching the show, that's another thing. I said, okay, I like this vibe. So she kind of like Enola Holmes, the little gothic, the dark version. But anyway, so she was like investigating like who is, y'all, it's like killings and stuff like that going on. Basically the whole season is Wednesday investigating all these. It's a serial killer. The serial killer is just killing people around town, whether they human, like normies, or if they outcasts. Both sides dying all around town. Like, yeah, so we don't know who it is. So when Wednesday was investigating, anybody around her, anybody could be a suspect. And she started working with the sheriff a little bit too, Tyler's dad, to like see who it was. But anyway, the thing was, she when she went and confronted the doctor, she was like, "Oh, I know that you did it. You gave it away when you put those flowers at the hospital and you just came back." Anyway, I'm not going to even go all into that. The lady was like, "I'm finna call and have you committed to an inpatient psychiatric facility." And that pissed me off. That pissed me right off. I'm like, if y'all gonna do this, you need to do this ish right. You can't just commit nobody. She not a harm to herself and she not a harm to others. And your ass talking about you finna have her effing committed. No, you can't just do stuff like that. And somebody need to call the board on you and you need to be under investigation. But anyway, y'all, that's my little rant because, you know, I'm in the mental health field. And I'm like, no, it don't work like that. You can't just do that. Unethical. No, wrong. The end. But anyways, back to it. So yeah, Wednesday, like, doing these investigations, she basically like going around asking questions, trying to like find out who the serial killer is that's killing all the people. But y'all, it's also the principal. The principal drive Wednesday to and from her appointments. Principal Weems, who is played by I can't remember her name. Dang, I'm finna look her up too because I cannot remember her name. Gwendolyn Christie. And she played Brienne from Tarth in Game of Thrones, y'all. When I saw her, I was like, they got her in here? Yes. So she like, the principal kind of like, she cold. She's smart. Like, you could tell, like, she like a strong, like, I thought she was the villain. Like, y'all, the show kept me guessing. I'm like, who is it? Who is it? Who, like, you know. But she like a strong character. Like, she could be intimidating. And she basically was on Wednesday neck the whole show. Like, damn. Then Wednesday like, can I breathe? Because Wednesday was trying to run away at first, y'all. Then she decided to stay when all those killings was going on. But yeah. And she a shapeshifter too. So it's like really interesting. But that's the principal. Then, you know, you have her family who not really like main characters. They just pop up every now and then. Catherine Zeta Jones plays the mom. And her dad is, dang, Gomez. Y'all, I have to look him up. Louis Guzman. And they basically all over each other in every scene that they are on the show. Just like, you know how it was on the Addams Family. It's two different people playing them, but they was just like all over each other, acting horny, just like so in love. I was like, damn, if I get married, I want to have something similar. And then like Uncle Fester comes in like 1 or 2 episodes, and I thought it was really cute because that's like, she was so happy to see him, y'all. Uncle Fester, which I was like, that's interesting. Like, he can like control electricity. She was just so happy to see him, which was so cute. That's like the only time why I said, dang, she not like, hi, da da da. Like, she not talking like a zombie in that. She was like so happy to see him. When y'all, he like robbed a bank or something, and he was hiding out with her, Uncle Fester. And Thing is in there. Thing, the little hand. Y'all. Thing is in there. And even though it's just a hand, y'all, I like Thing. And they gave him like a good personality. Like, he basically do all Wednesday bidding. Like, he goes spy for her. He was like trying to help solve clues. He actually helped save her too, because in one scene she went on a date with the guy Tyler. Now that's what had me suspecting him, y'all. There's some spoiler alerts in this. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on the thing. And I was like, he must be the villain. Because he took her out at 9 o'clock just like that on the darn date. I don't know. I'm like, why 9 o'clock? Why so late? Your daddy forbid you to see her. Y'all, she on a date with this man in the crib. Why, when she come back to her room, thing dead? Somebody put a knife through him. He dead hanging. I was so sad. I said, dang, y'all can't let thing go out like this. You can't let him go out like this. So Uncle Fester used his electricity to bring him back to life. Y'all, it was so sad. So she like, I'm gonna get whoever did this to you. And I think that was like the last episode. It was in like the last 2 episodes, because it's 8 episodes in the season. But Thing, Uncle Fester saved Thing. And y'all, I'm trying to think of who else I missed. Like, it's other side characters. Like, it's the guy who, he like control bees. He really weird. He reminded her, like I already knew before she said she protected him, because he reminded her of her brother Pugsley. Like, he like a little short, like the short geeky, like outcast of the outcast. He not like, you know, cool. It's Ajax. Ajax started dating Ian, and he hung out with Xavier, and he I really want to say gargoyle. I really think that's what it is, gargoyles. So he have like the little snake hairs, and he wear a turban all the time. Because you know, if you look at him, you turn into stone. But in the show, I think it's temporary, not like permanent. At least for him, it was temporary. Like, even if they look at themselves in the mirror, they turn into stone. So it's him, and then it's the teacher, y'all, Marilyn. Her name Marilyn, and that's what's her name, y'all? She played the original Wednesday. Well, I don't want to say the original, but from the Addams Family, like in the 90s. Christina Ricci, and she played a normie. So she was like the first teacher who was a normie to work at Nevermore. And I was side-eyeing her too, because I said, this whole probably fake. She acting all nice and stuff. Like, she's so darn sweet and innocent and weak. And I was like, I don't know. And then she, you know, I just was side-eyeing her. But anyway, her ass was the damn villain. I'm going to tell y'all, she was the villain. She was the villain because her family, like, died or whatever. Basically, y'all, it go back to, like, it flashed back to the, because Wednesday have like visions and stuff like that, psychic powers, and she could see stuff in the back. Like, if she see an area or she touched someone, she had like a vision, and it flashed back like her ancestor was like Goody Adams or something. And it was like these people who was like racist basically against the outcasts, and they pretty much was burning them for being witches. But Christina Ricci character was, what was her name? Marilyn? I want to say Marilyn or Muriel. Marilyn? Anyway, she was the villain. And Tyler was bad too. He was a monster called the Hyde. And basically with the Hyde, if you go through like, if you like, I want to say rescue them, or it's like trauma bonding or something like that, or breaking them out their shell, then they basically do whatever you tell them to do. So she was the villain, and she actually, in the end, when she got caught, it was funny how her whole personality changed. Like, she a good actress. She is a good actress. But in the end, she like killed Principal Weems with nightshade poisoning, and I was kind of disappointed in it. And I'm like, Wednesday, girl, when they set up Xavier to let you think, you should have known that it was Xavier, because it was just too easy to be him. It was too easy. Like, come on, all the weapons just strategically placed in the freaking, in his little work. He had like a little cabin he was in, y'all, with all his paintings. And as much as that dang boy likes you, like, I was side-eyeing, like, I don't think it's him. And Anyway, they killed Principal Weems. And I was like, dang, that's like, it was too soon. I hope they bring her back. It was too soon to see her gone. Because that was just like, dang, she been strong all the whole season. And then boom, she just gone just like that by a normie at that, a normie. And she a shapeshifter. And she was kind of like a badass. Like, darn. And y'all, to wrap it up, so the last episode, the teacher Miriam that bring the dude back, because it was it's a lot. Her like great grandfather or whatever, who was like, who burned a lot of the outcasts back in the day, she brought him back to life. And when she brought him back to life, he had powers. And that's another thing that threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute. So he dies a human and he come back with all these damn powers even though he was an outcast? I'm confused. Like, okay. But y'all, Wednesday got like I was like, damn, come on, Wednesday. I mean, I know you're a teenage girl, but y'all, why they did her, she got stabbed, she got shot with an arrow, she was getting her behind beat down in this episode, the last episode, and I'm like, dang, all that she was doing throughout the season, like, why y'all got my girl getting, they was mopping the floor with her. Like, dang. But, y'all, anyway, you know it's going to be a season 2. Y'all, I really enjoyed the show. And I'm excited to see season 2, y'all. But anyway, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought. And I'll see y'all in the next post.